Today I am going to teach the fifth question in IT classes. Light emitting diode is in short form LED. What is the question? Principle. Explain the principle, construction and working of light emitting diode or LED simply. So now we see it elaborately. What is LED? What is the principle behind this LED? Actually, LED is a semiconductor PN junction diode. LED is a semiconductor PN junction diode. Then also convert that is convert the electrical energy into light energy. Convert electrical energy into light energy. The previous question, that is solar cell and photodiode, everything, where the light energy is converted into electrical energy. Here the first time the electrical energy is going to be converted into light energy. So simply, what is the LED? LED is a semiconductor PN junction diode which convert, that means electrical energy, into corresponding light energy. And also in the particular forward biasing, during the forward, it is working exclusively in forward bias. What is mean by forward bias? That means P type semiconductor is connected to positive terminal of battery, N type semiconductor is connected to negative terminal of battery, then that diode is forward biasing. So here this is going to be work under the forward biasing. Okay, LED. What is LED? The explanation is over. Now we move to the principle. What principle behind this particular device? The principle is injection luminescence. Injection luminescence. Once again, injection luminescence is a principle. What is meant by injection luminescence? Here the P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductors are going to be injected, that is with the help of the electrical field. So that in injected electron and also that is hole, due to that injection the recombination will be taken place, that due to recombination the light will be come out. So that we call injection luminescence. Injection luminescence means when this P and N type semiconductor, P type N type semiconductor is connected to forward bias, the positive hole in P type semiconductor is injected into N type semiconductor. Majority electron in the N type semiconductor injected into the P type semiconductor. As a result of that, the emission, the light is going to be emitted. The light is going to be emitted on the basis of the injection. So that's why injection luminescence. Injection luminescence is the basic principle behind this one. When LED is forward bias, the positive hole, the majority positive hole in LED is forward bias, the majority positive hole in P-type semiconductor and also majority negative electron in that N-type semiconductor diffuse. That means this positive hole enter into this particular N-type semiconductor, electron from this N-type semiconductor enter into P-type semiconductor. So as a result of that, the recombination will be taken place. As a result of recombination, the light will be produced. That is injection luminescence. Further it is explained, when positive terminal, the majority charge carrier of this positive hole enter into n-type semiconductor means here the level of minority charge carrier is going to be increases. After the completion or after the formation of p-n junction diode, here the in p-type semiconductor, that is electron is minority charge carrier. Electron is minority charge carrier. In n-type semiconductor, that hole, positive hole is minority charge carrier. So after this formation, when the suitable forward base is provided, that forward base is provided, the positive hole from p-type semiconductor enter into negative, that means n-type semiconductor. So n-type semiconductor, the minority charge carrier of hole is going to be slowly increases by the diffusion. Similarly, in the p-type semiconductor, the minority charge carrier of electron is going to be increases by this diffusion because of this forward base, and at that particular time the recombination will be taken place. As a result of recombination, the light will be produced. That is actual procedure taken place in that p-n junction diode, that is actually acted as a LED. So here it is LED. Now this is the principle. Now we are going to see about the construction. What is how to construct to form this LED. The construction very simple. It consists of a gallium arsenide substrate, gallium arsenide, GaAs, gallium arsenide, GaAs, gallium arsenide substrate. This is also semiconductor. Over this gallium arsenide substrate, an n-type semiconductor is grown. This is n-type semiconductor. Then a p-type semiconductor is doped, diffused on this particular n-type semiconductor. Now here this is the only part, a small part, p-type semiconductor. So very simple, this LED that consists of a gallium arsenide substrate. Over this gallium arsenide substrate, an n-type semiconductor is there, and a p-type semiconductor is diffused on this particular n-type semiconductor. So now this is a p-n junction diode. This is actually the basic diagram. Okay, p-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductor. These two are grown over this substrate. Then also there is a insulating medium. There is an insulator, insulation conduct. Then also one metal conduct is there. This is a metal conduct. What is the use of this metal conduct? For providing the biasing. This metal conduct is made up of aluminium. Now here the external biasing is provided with the help of a battery. This is positive, that is aluminium. Then here one connection is taken. So these two is connected into battery. This part acts as a anode, this acts as a cathode. Here also one conduct is there. Here the conduct is aluminium. So this is a construction of LED. So what is the construction of LED? How to explain the construction of LED? The LED which consists of a substrate that made up of aluminium, that is gallium arsenide. Over that a silicon Over that a silicon semiconductor are grown, that is by N-type semiconductor and P-type. That means silicon semiconductors are doped by suitable pentavalent and trivalent impurity, so that we form P-type and N-type semiconductor. That two semiconductors are grown on this substrate. Then this is a insulation part. Then over that an aluminum conduct is there. This is a conduct, aluminum conduct, that acts as a anode part. This is a cathode part. So now this is a forward biasing. A forward bias is provided. Then this small gap is uncovered, so that the light will be come out when a suitable forward biasing is provided. A light will be come out in this way after a suitable forward biasing is provided. That's so electrical conducts are made with the help of the aluminum. Electrical conducts are made with the help of the aluminum. Not that is positive and negative terminal of battery is not directly connected to P-type and N-type semiconductor. It is impossible. It is possible to connect with the help of the any one metal conduct. That metal conduct is aluminum. That's all. So this is a construction. So these are the construction of LED. Now we move to this working procedure of LED. How the LED is going to be work when a suitable, that is when the suitable electrical energy or forward bias is provided. The first point, when a forward bias is applied, what is meant by forward bias? A P-type semiconductor is connected to positive terminal and the N-type semiconductor is connected to a negative terminal, that make a forward bias. During forward bias, diode work. During reverse bias, diode do not work. So here this is a simply modified form of diode only. So this diode is also going to be work when that forward bias is provided. So when forward bias is provided, the majority charge carrier of P-type semiconductor majority charge carrier is hole. The majority charge carrier of N-type semiconductor is electron. So listen carefully. When a suitable forward biasing is provided, that majority charge carrier of P-type semiconductor, this hole, that enter into the N-type semiconductor, so that in that N-type semiconductor, where the minority charge carrier amount is going to be increases. So once again is it, in N-type semiconductor, that N-type semiconductor hole is minority charge carrier. In N-type semiconductor, hole is a minority charge carrier. That hole availability is going to be increases when forward bias is provided by the way of a hole entering from the P-type semiconductor to N-type semiconductor. When forward bias is provided, the hole from P-type semiconductor enter into N-type semiconductor by the way of depletion layer. So in this particular case of N-type semiconductor, the availability of hole is increases. So when that is provided, minority charge carrier is increases. Similarly, in P-type semiconductor, the availability of electron is going to be increases by the way of diffusion here. So minority charge carrier of P-type semiconductor is hole, that will be increases. Minority charge carrier of N-type semiconductor is actually hole. That hole is going to be increases by sending hole from P-type semiconductor. Once again, the minority charge carrier of P-type semiconductor is electron. That availability is going to be increases by the way of diffusion of N-type semiconductor, that electron into P-type. Similarly, the minority charge carrier of the N-type semiconductor is nothing but that is hole, that value is going to be increases by entering hole from p-type semiconductor to n-type semiconductor. Now n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor, the availability of that means hole and electron is increases. That one here the availability of electron increases, that is going to be recombined with the that means availability of minority charge carrier in p-type semiconductor is going to be recombined with the hole. The availability of minority charge carrier of n-type semiconductor is going to be recombined. So as a result of this recombination, some energy will be come out. This energy is releasing this way, this particular place. This is an uncovered part. This way the light is come out. The energy coming out from this time is in the form of light. The light is continuously come out because this part is uncovered. Basically it is covered by plastic medium, but it is uncovered. That part, from that light will be come out. So this is a working principle of LED. Very simple. Suitable forward bias is provided. Then p-type semiconductor, the hole majority, n-type semiconductor, electron majority. This electron enter into p-type semiconductor, hole enter into n-type semiconductor, so that the corresponding minority charge carrier of p and n-type semiconductors are increases. These charge carriers are recombined with the nearby charge carrier, so that energy will be come out, that is in the form of light. So it is light emitting because it emits light due to the external electric field. So light emitting diode, this is nothing but diode, but because of the working, it finally light come out. So it light emitting diode. Actually the symbolical representation of light emitting diode is this one, similar to diode, but one arrow mark, two arrow mark that come out. Light emitting diode, light emitting diode. So this is a construction principle working, construction working of this LED. Then we go to the application, advantage, disadvantage and application of LED. First we see about the advantage. What is the advantage? First one is low, very small size, low cost, different color possibilities, different color LEDs are there. So low voltage consumption, even 4 voltage is enough to operate this type of LED. So these are the advantages of LED. Now we move to the disadvantage of this one. Advantage over then disadvantage. Disadvantage is intensity of light emitted. Intensity of light emitted from this system or diode is very low. Intensity is less than that of the laser. So power output is also low. Then that is output is incoherent. The output of LED, from LED light will be come out. This LED light is not a incoherent here. But laser light is a coherent. Coherent means same wavelength, then that also intensity, amplitude, everything same. But here it is a incoherent. That is a disadvantage. That means LED light is also similar to normal light, but color is there. That's all. Then application is there. Some application, most probably these LEDs are very useful in digital display system. Nowadays the same LED is also used in the particular case of TV. And infrared LED very useful, and that is burglar alarm. The infrared LED which emit the light in the infrared region is very useful in the case of burglar alarm also. So many advantages, disadvantages and applications are there. So these are the basic things about the LED. The question is, Principle, explain the principle, construction and working of light emitting diode. This is also 8 mark question. So now we conclude the 5th video of unit number 4 in IT department. So we'll see the next question in the next video. So for the time.